Hi, today I will give a brief discussion of the rational choice theory as a political analysis. To begin with, rational choice theory believes that collective social behavior results from the behavior of individual actors, each of whom is making their individual decisions. Partly arising from the behavioral revolution in American political science of the 1950s and 1960s, it draws on the methodology of classical microeconomics. As a political analysis, it operates within the boundaries of two well-known assumptions. The first assumption is the methodological individualism, and second, the concept of rationality. And second, the concept of rationality. Methodological individualism purports that everything about social society and social action can be reduced to statements about component individuals. That is, rational choice theory is claimed to be reductionist, aiming to explain things in terms of the properties of individual social atoms. So, the way to study politics is to analyze the political behavior of individuals. Therefore, the unit of analysis for the rational choice theory is the individual. Having said that, it nurtures the normative belief that politics must attend and respond to the needs, wants, and preferences of individuals as individuals are highly self-motivated. Furthermore, according to Olson, rational self-interested individuals will not act to achieve their common goal or group interest unless there is coercion or some other special device to make individuals act in their common interest. Unless there is coercion or some other special device to make individuals act in their common interest. Say, for example, why do many people harm the environment by throwing plastics, straws, bottles, and many more, even though we know that what we are doing is antisocial? Because, according to him, we think that our little change of ways will have little impact or no impact at all on the overall problem, and there may just be financial costs we cannot afford. The study of Olson has helped in collective action theory, in which it explains why collective actions fail, and that failure can sometimes be avoided if the number of individual decisions. The study Not only does rational choice theory highlight the role of the individual in the formation of the social structure, it also assumes that individuals have all the rational capacity, time, and emotional detachment necessary to choose the best course of action, no matter how complex the choice. It is sufficing to say, then, that rational choice theory assumes that individuals have preferences, and often than not, these preferences are self interested. But what does it mean to be rational? When we say rational, it is different from the colloquial meaning of rational as being sensible, predictable, or in a thoughtful, clear headed manner. to be rational, as for the theory, is to be goal oriented, evaluative, and consistent across time and space. However, others have something to say about individuals being rational. As according to Downs, the first to pioneer in the application of rational choice theory, it is assumed throughout the model that aside from being rational, individuals are selfish. So, in accordance with this view of human nature, rational behavior means directed primarily towards selfish ends. Thus, coming from the axiom of self-interest, Down relates the motivation of political actions of party members. The individual votes for the party which, if got into office, is expected to yield them the highest utility. Therefore, parties are assumed to be motivated solely by the desire of their office, competing for votes by changing their policy platforms. So, conceptually, individuals make parametric decision making under certainty in which action has a known outcome. In other words, there is no given risk or uncertainty upon the decision was made, and that the relation between actions and outcomes remain unaffected by actions done by others or outsiders. This means that the person can say which of the given alternatives they consider to be preferable or that neither is preferred to the other. Individuals then are assumed to be able to rank order outcomes. Thus, for any pair of alternatives, if option A is better than option B and option B is better than option C, it implies that option A is better than option C. With the complications of actions that may lead to various outcomes, individuals may not know the consequences of their actions for sure. So, granted certain assumptions, individuals tend to maximize their expected utility, weighing off their cost and benefit. However, rational theorists ought to give limited acknowledgement to the sociological critique, recognizing that methodological individualism and fully reductive explanations are impractical.